Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. And in this video, we're going to be going over some just tips and tricks for Atlas that I think all of you guys should know. I know it's come up several times in my team, how to do this, how to do that. A couple things in particular that I want to go over. I was like, maybe I could just do it for my team, but I thought, you know what, I'll just, put it on here. Take it if you want it. Share with your teams if you feel like this will help them out. But let's go and get into it. So the first thing that I see a lot of, okay, is when people load up Primarchs that they don't mean to load. So, for example, now this isn't really like the best example because, for example, Rushers are pretty good, especially Bronze one, with a lot of troops. They have high defense. It doesn't really matter if you put a bunch of troops on them. But let's say you accidentally put, 75,000 troops on a Silver Sieger. If you're not hitting guards in a protected environment, you don't want to be going around with 75k on a Silver Sieger. So, that begs the question, how do you remove that 75,000 off of your Silver Sieger? So, you have a couple of ways to do it. The first way, and probably the most common way to do it, is transfer between Primarchs. Now, the way to do this is bring two of the Primarch that you want to have the troops onto, and then the Primarch that you have loaded accidentally. Or, even if you don't have it loaded accidentally and you just want to transfer some troops, that's fine. So you want to make sure that they're on the same castle. Once they're on the same castle, click on the Primarch. Let's say, for example, I have the Sieger selected on this one, so I'm going to click the Rider. And you see that left button right there where it shows like the dragon and then the helmet. Click on that. And then it will take you to this screen. And this shows you where you can reverse and you can transfer between Primarchs. Now, of course, keep in mind, your Primarchs still have a maximum amount of troops that they can hold. So, in this case, it has 35,000 at its max. So, if you have any extra, whatever, on your Sieger, so in this case, 792, you can't put it on your Trapper. But, I mean, again, it's, not that much. So, it's not that big of a deal. But if you had 75,000, it would be an issue. So, that's one way. Now, to transfer troops from your barracks, all you got to do is make sure that you're on a Safe Zone castle or one of your own castles or an ally's castle. And click that same button on the left, and you can transfer between your barracks and the troops. Now, keep in mind, once you move troops to your Primarchs, you can't transfer it back to your barracks, except in one scenario, okay? And this is something that a lot of people don't realize you can do. So, this is something to where they've made this feature where you can actually change between Primarchs. What this means is, let's say, for example, I have my Trapper with 35,000 troops on it. Let's say I want to put some of those troops back in my barracks, which I do. What you can do is you have to make sure that whatever Primarch you want, so for example, this Rusher, you want to make sure that it's at your home. All you got to do, let's just say, to make it easy, I'll just set this as my home, okay? Once you do this, all you have to do is go in the left-hand corner of your screen, tap the Trapper, go to Train, and then click on your fighter. You'll notice that the maximum troops that this thing can hold is 16k. This can hold up to 35,000, and it has 35,000 on it. So what you can do is you hit Summon, and you say, would you like to replace a Bronze 1 fighter to replace your, would you like to summon a Bronze 1 fighter to replace your Bronze 2 Trapper? Say yes. If you read this, it says, if you summon this Primarch, the excess 17.5k troops will be sent back to your barracks. Are you sure you want to wish to summon your fighter? You hit yes. Now you'll notice that those troops went back into my barracks, and now I have just 16k troops on my fighter. Then what I can do is I can go back to it, I can hit Train, and then I can go back to the Rusher, and boom. I have a Rusher. Again, it uses speed ups, but if you have a bunch of troops on a Primarch that you want back in your barracks, this is very easy. It really, really helps to reduce losses on your Primarchs. And you go here, you'll see I only have 16k instead of the original 35,000. That was whatever, the excess 17k went back into my barracks. Yay. Fun stuff. Okay, so transferring troops. Also, by the way, you can transfer troops to your allies / teammates. However, you can only transfer 200 a day. So it's not like really a whole lot, to be honest. But again, you just go to the transfer, and then you can see here the daily troop limit is 200. So yeah, You know, you can do this if you want to help out some of your teammates, like a big taunter or something, but really up to you. Now, also, another thing that I see a lot of people asking about, and this is more for leaders and such, if you go to the bank and you want to see how much you have donated, go to the ledger and go to summary. This summary is I believe a week at a time, okay? And this will show you everything that people have donated and taken out. So, for example, in a lumber event, for example, you know, lumber is definitely something that you want to monitor. So you can see how much they've donated, how much they've taken out. The farthest right column or whatever is the received. That's how much they have gotten from, like, to their account. The donation is how much they sent. The transfer is how much they have taken out of the bank, but that doesn't mean that's all of it went to them. If they're transferring to other people using their bank access, that will still show up as the transfer. Just a heads up, because some people get confused at that. But anyways, I just want to make this short video because I think it's pretty good to know some of this stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.